Music Academy of Gauteng in Davidson, alumnus and saxophonist Linda Tshabalala made a remarkable mark with her debut album Convergence, Bekezela Siyeza, which she released during the challenging times of a pandemic lockdown. Linda continued then to promote her music and recently relaunched Convergence as a hard copy at the end of March 2024. So currently she is on the Kgorong Tour, and this afternoon she's also performing. So Linda is in studio to tell a little bit more about her journey and of course what else we can expect. So on that note, Linda, good morning. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Linda, congratulations. I mean, obviously, if you look at how your album was received and perhaps relaunching it now with this hard copy, tell us about that journey, how it's been as you sit in this chair.
It's been challenging, but it's also been very fulfilling because it brought back all the lessons that I've learned all throughout my journey, you know, starting out as a student at the Music Academy and then going on to varsity and traveling and exploring, you know, the performance side of things, especially within the industry. So it also brought a lot of lessons for me, you know, and being a woman in the industry also, you know, can be challenging, but it's also been fun because you get to break those barriers that are there. Sometimes they're not fun, but, you know, in hindsight, when you look back, you see the growth, and it's so fulfilling to know that you are breaking down doors for other generations, younger people to come through.
And it also adds to that rich depth as well, right? As you also become your own inertia. Even if you look at you choosing the saxophone, becoming a saxophonist, in that, I mean, what was that journey, particularly when you joined the academy and really found your voice, your instrument?
Well, finding my voice actually took me a while. I can honestly say that I probably it even came after varsity. But with the choosing of the instrument, that was actually chosen for me. At the time, I wasn't sure because I was new at the school, at the Music Academy, and the late Brajani, who was the founder of the school, is the one who actually chose the instrument for me. When he looked at me, he was like, yeah, you are a saxophonist. So I only chose it then because of him, but I've fallen in love with the instrument because of the sound and how, you know, it's brought me out. You
made us fall in love with it as well. I mean, even just what you've captured through that, the emotions during lockdown, through Convergence. I mean, can you tell us a little bit more about what was evoked? What was that story? What was that emotion you were trying to relay?
So it was basically me finding my voice. And for me at that point, it was like, because I was coming into my own, finding my own voice and finding my space within the music, everything for me at that point was aligning and saying, this is time now for you to, you know, to break free from everything that was in your head and basically let loose and let people know who you are and what you're capable of. But most importantly, also a lesson for myself. Like, I must know who I am. I must know what I'm capable of, you know, before I can want other people to actually believe in my story. So, it was just coming into your own, being brave enough to be you, no matter how funny or weird you are.
And also no matter what the world calls you, right? Knowing who you are and asserting that, and if people don't know, you make that very clear. So much so that you embark on your Kgorong Tour, which has also happened. And I wonder if you could talk to us about the experiences on that front, even just the performance that's also happening. Okay,
so basically the Kgorong Tour is like bringing people into my sacred space, the space where I go into that I feel free and most empowered, and I don't let anyone into that space. So now I am brave enough to say people can come into that space and know me for me, and for me to just be free to just say, okay, this is me in all musical sides of me. This is me, and it's either you take it or you don't, but I'm letting into that space. And the performance tonight is happening at Chiesa Di Pazzo Lupi in Melville. Doors open at 6 and the show starts at 7 p.m.
Okay. All right. So we're getting closer to that 7 p.m. Performance. And I mean, it comes with your evolution. It comes with the influences as well. Who would have been some of those people that influenced you along the way?
Oh, there's quite a bit. The late Zimwawana is one. Mangungungozi is another one. Mamsbongile Kumalo is another one. A lady who just passed recently, actually, Mamsutugazi Ahosui is also another one. There's quite a bit. There's a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think, let me just mention one who's probably at the top, one of the few top, Mambu Simshong, who's been a very influential voice in my ear for many
Well,
years.
good Johnny, Mekwa thought of Convergence as well, particularly as you're relaunching it. And you've now found your voice.
It's interesting you asked that because I've thought about it many times, like how what I've done would make him proud. I hope he's proud where he is. I hope he's proud because I remember when I was starting out and I was a little afraid, you know, and now I'm this young woman who's saying, listen, I don't care if you take it or not. I'm brave enough to just be me in the world.
Well, his spirit lives on, right?
Yes.
So obviously, and it's channeled through your music, it's channeled through your work, and the stories that also get to be told. Thank you for joining us and for sharing your story. And we're looking forward to your performance. It's happening a little later on the show, and then obviously also 7 p.m. tonight in Melville, as you mentioned, right?
Melville, yeah.
All right, Linda Tshabalala this morning chatting to us about her journey, her Kgorong Tour as well, and also how she'll be performing this evening. It's happening in Melville at 7 p.m. as she continues to highlight the relaunch of her Convergence album. Let's leave it there and take a quick break, and we'll be right back after this.